Hey everybody, it's Jack. I have a new video. Toi Teng Gung, Toi Ngui Bin Yung. This is the differences between Vietnam and the West. Vietnam. Xin chào, Toi Teng Hoa. This is Western philosophy. The differences between Vietnam and the West. Okay, so the first would be the language. I learned to speak Spanish, I learned to speak Italian pretty well in quite a short amount of time. Vietnamese is really difficult. It's a tonal language. I think there are only about 500 words in Vietnamese, all spelled the same. But a little tone above or below a letter changes the meaning of a word completely. So let me try and pronounce a word that sounds the same, but it's a tone and it's completely different. So, for example, learn. Learn. One of them means duck egg, and one of them means a bad word. I can't say it. Some other examples are, I try my best, my Vietnamese is not perfect. Tien. 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 Okay, so one of those is meditation, one of those is castration, and one of them is money. And final example of the language is sữa. Sữa. One of those is fix and one of those is milk. So it's a very difficult language. In Europe, in the West really, we don't have any tonal languages. Now, second difference is staring and attention on foreigners. Nguy ngoai, nguy ngoai. The Vietnamese people, sometimes, especially in more rural areas, if they see a white person or a darker person, a foreign person, a lot of attention, staring, maybe even asking to get their photo taken with you, or hello, hello, things like that. So, me, I think it's nice and I think it's fun. Vietnam was closed off for a lot of time, so they hadn't had many foreigners. 40 years ago, it was quite a closed country. Now a lot of foreigners are coming. So, it is what it is. Number 3 is ordering food in a restaurant or a bar. In Vietnam, you shout "Anh ơi" or "Em ơi," which literally translates as "Hey boy" or "Hey girl." So in the West, if we did that in a restaurant, it would be very rude, no manners. We would have to say, "Excuse me, waiter," something like that. Okay. Same with number 3 is in the West, we apologize a lot. We say please a lot, we say thank you a lot, we say, oh sorry, sorry. If we bump into somebody, we say sorry, sorry. In Vietnam, I don't find that they say please or thank you, cảm ơn. Please, I don't even know the word for please because I never use it. I find the Vietnamese, it's not that they are rude, it's just that they get on with things faster, and that's just the way it is. Number 4, we have 9 differences. Here's number 4. Driving. In Vietnam, most people use a moped, a motorbike, automatic or semi-auto. Owning a car in Vietnam is very expensive. It is 300% tax on a car. So let's say a car costs $50,000 or 50,000 euros in the West. Here, the same car is going to cost $150,000 or euros. So most people drive motorbikes. And on these motorbikes, they will put anything. They'll put animals, 7 people on a motorbike, a big frame of glass, a lot of crazy things like that. Trời ơi, a lot of things. Yeah, so that's it. I want to speak some Vietnamese, but my Vietnamese is limited. So, number 5, I find the sunshine is much stronger in Vietnam. It can burn you really fast. I go driving on my bike, you know, for 1 hour on my bike. If I'm wearing a t-shirt like this at midday, later on I will get burned. I lived in Europe for most of my life. I lived in Spain, I lived in Italy, which has strong sunshine for Europe, and I never really got burned like I can get burned here. It's very strong sunshine. Now, number 6 is Wi-Fi. There's Wi-Fi everywhere in Vietnam. You can go up a mountain to a little cafe at the side of the road, you know, with a little old woman, and it'll probably have Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is available everywhere, all public restaurants, bars, any kind of public places, businesses. You get free Wi-Fi, you can sign on, even sometimes there's no password. In the West, you might have to complete a registration form to get onto the restaurant Wi-Fi. You might have to like their Facebook page, or there might be a 1 hour limit, etc, etc. So Vietnam, there's free Wi-Fi everywhere. Tôi thích rất nhiều. I like it a lot. So 7, we got 3 more. 7 is the cost of living. Vietnam is so cheap. Come back. Island mắc quá. Island is expensive. Nước ăn mắc quá. Very expensive. I can get a haircut in Vietnam for $1.50. I can get my motorbike washed and polished for 90 cents, under $1. What can you buy for under $1 in the West? I can go swimming in a really nice Olympic-sized swimming pool. Đi bơi. 20.000. Very cheap to go swimming. In the West, cost of living is expensive. Okay, 2 more. The students really respect teachers. Being a teacher in Vietnam is really good because the students respect the teachers a lot. In the West, students now can be quite disrespectful. Don't listen to the teacher, throwing things, sleeping, you know, even some kids will be aggressive with teachers. In Vietnam, a lot of respect for teachers. They even have a Teachers' Day, National Teachers' Day. I think it might be next month, if I'm not wrong. Happy Teachers' Day. And it's great. It's really great place to be a teacher. Now, finally, how do you say? So Chin, I think, means number 9, is the food. Do Ăn is the food. A lot of fish sauce in Vietnamese food. It's spicy sometimes, not like Thailand or not like India, but it can be spicy. And quite a lot of sugar in the food. I live in the south of Vietnam, so quite a lot of sugar. I've heard in the north it's quite different, but I've never really been to the north. So, that is my 9 differences between Vietnam, Xin Chào, and the West. That's my 9 differences. If you can think of any other differences between Vietnam and the West, please leave them in the comments. Subscribe to my channel, share this video if you like it. Cảm ơn rất nhiều. Tôi Tấn Cương, tôi người Bình Dương. I'm Jack. See you next time. Bye bye. Tạm biệt.